What's happening, guys? As I promised, I was going to show you guys how to refurbish old parts into obviously looking brand new. This is a very rare part I got from Japan a little while ago. I think it cost the equivalent of about 100 Australian plus about $40 postage. It's a genuine Nismo front pipe. It's for the ER34 and it was part of the Nismo ER34 catalogue. It's a very rare item. I've never actually seen one in person. The first time I saw one was it was in a booklet with the parts. I'll put a picture of that up so you guys can see. So basically I'll throw up some pictures now of my Nismo exhaust that I paid the equivalent of $57 for here in Australia. Plus I think $30 shipping. So I'll throw a picture of that up so you guys can see obviously the before and after of that before I started making obviously YouTube videos and things like that. So I'll throw up a picture of that now, as well as a picture of the part in Japan, and we can start obviously restoring this back to its former glory and get it ready to go on the car. So as you guys saw, obviously, the exhaust looked pretty crappy, or the muffler, sorry, looked pretty bad after we obviously sanded everything down, sprayed it up, and obviously used some polish on it to bring out the what they call it, chrome, or the stainless, sorry. It looked basically brand new, and that's obviously waiting to go on the car. But when I did the exhaust, I wanted to do the whole thing, which means front to back, and just do obviously Nismo all the way through. I don't know if Nismo made a CAT or catalytic converter, so that being the case, I may just go for a GTR one, because I know it's going to be better than the standard RB25 version, and it's still Nissan, so which makes it obviously good for the car to some degree. But yeah, so what we'll do now is we're going to give this a good wash down with some degreaser, get all the loose debris off. You can see here there's some damage along there. Before this goes on the car, we'll get it flow tested, and if there's any restrictions, obviously we'll get that taken out. But from all my obviously research and information, this shouldn't be anything that's going to stop the flow, especially a car running standard boost and things like that. But yeah, you can see obviously just how good the welds are from Japan and things like that. This has obviously been put there afterwards, but look, what we'll do is we will give it a good degrease. We'll spray it down, clean it up as much as we can obviously before we start sanding and things like that, and we'll go from there. We'll also go through some paint that I'll be using for these particular parts, because they are going to get very hot. But I guess the main focus is here is we could go down one or two ways. We could get it sandblasted and then powder coated, or we can do the home stuff. The thing is, I want to make a video for you guys, so getting it sandblasted by Scotty, my friend, is going to take some time, and obviously getting it sandblasted, and it's not really going to show you guys how to refurbish this stuff, which I know a lot of people look at stuff like this and go, wow, that looks like absolute garbage. I promise you, once we've refurbed it all, you guys will be like, wow, it looks brand new. So we're going to get started on that now. But as I said, it's going to be obviously a learning curve for you guys as well. I've done this before, so I know what I'm doing to some degree. But yeah, this is just to give you guys an insight, and obviously you don't have to buy brand new parts. Especially for you ER34 guys, finding genuine Nismo parts is getting rarer and rarer now. So you probably will find it very difficult to find parts, especially if they are brand new, because you probably won't find them. So we will refurb this, and then we'll get it ready to go on the car, and it's going to be pretty amazing. And we've got some new wheels coming soon, which is going to be great. I've actually already got them. They're actually being sandblasted and powder coated at the moment. Those of you who follow me on Instagram will know what they already look like. Those of you who don't, you'll have to wait and see, but it's going to be exciting stuff, and I can't actually wait to get them on the car. Vasily, how you going? Yep. So yeah, guys, bear with me, and we'll start getting this degreased, and obviously get it ready to get sprayed down and stuff like that. All right, guys, sorry for the wind if it's bothering you, but I've just given it a good degrease and a bit of a wash to try and get it as best as I can before I start obviously sanding it. I'll put the link, or not the link, I'll put what sandpaper I've used in the description. I can't remember what they are now, but so I'll start sanding it down, and we'll come back to it once it's all sanded down and ready for paint. All right, guys, so even you can see just even now with some light sanding how good the Nismo badges come up on this. You can actually clearly read the part number and obviously identify the part as what it is. As I said, the damage is here. You can see where those parts have missed, where the indentations are. As I did say, I'm going to get it flow tested, and if it needs to be fixed, it's not going to be that much of an issue to get this part kind of cut out and re-welded back with obviously a piece of metal that is in good condition, and make it virtually brand new again. But I don't think we'll need to do that. I think for the most part this will be pretty solid, and we'll be able to do it. So like I said, I'll finish sanding it down. I'm not sure whether I'm going to spray the badge yet, or whether I'm going to obviously tape it up and polish it. I haven't decided yet, but I will come to that stage when I come to it. So I'll finish sanding now. Sorry for the out of focus. I'll finish sanding now, and basically we'll come back to it as soon as I'm done, and we can start masking off and getting ready to spray. Okay guys, I'm pretty sure we're finished sanding now. I didn't want to go too pedantic with the sanding because we're just going to spray over anyway, and this paint is good for obviously covering and things like that. I just wanted to make sure I got, I don't know how well you can see that, but there's like a layer of, it's almost like dirt kind of, but it's actually like a rust type thing. I just wanted to make sure we clear all that off first before we spray anything, because we don't want any contaminants left in there that are actually going to cause rust or anything like that. So we're done that now, so we'll get some wax and grease remover on this and get obviously all the bits and pieces off that we don't want, because we're going to spray, and then we will spray it. And basically from there, once it's done, I think I will tape this over and then polish it by hand with some steel wool, quadruple nought steel wool with some metal polish, and make it come out really good. Obviously it adds a bit of contrast to the part as well. Not that you're going to really see this, but I know it's going to be on the car, and when I look underneath the car, I want to be able to see it and be like, right, cool, it looks like it's meant to. So we'll wax and grease remover it now, and basically we'll get ready to start spraying. All right, so I've finished using the wax and grease remover now. Basically what I'm going to do now, it's quite a nice day outside today, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this in the sun for a little bit with the spray paint. I'm using a Duplicolour high heat aluminum color is what it's called, and I'm going to let them warm up for a little bit, because when I apply the paint to the metal, I want it to obviously stick fairly quickly, because I don't want to be out here all day. So we'll let it dry there. And also with that as well too, you can see a few of these pools welling up here with the wax and grease remover on there. I want them to dry out. I want this to be completely dry before I spray it, and it'll also give me a chance to cover up the badge here before we start spraying. So yeah, look, again, this is not going to be a massively long video today. It's going to be a short one, but an easy one. I think doing a part like this is going to be easier than obviously showing you how I did the muffler, because the muffler was a bit more labor intensive because I had to mask off a lot, because obviously I couldn't spray onto the actual what do they call it, stainless steel part, or the aluminum, or whatever it is, whatever this stuff is here the badge is made out of. I feel like it's a chrome, but it's probably aluminium or something like that, or stainless steel, I don't know. So what I'm going to do now is, as I said, I'm going to let it dry, and because this is going to be a fairly easy one, this will be a quick one. You guys can probably see the damage a bit more, a bit better here. To be honest with you, obviously the car that this was on, or the 34 that this was on, was quite low, and because it was quite low, it obviously scraped a lot. So again, I don't think this is going to cause any problems, but I will get it checked out once we get it obviously flow tested. I've sent pictures to a guy I know that runs a I guess an import place that specializes in Skyline specifically, and then specifically on that is GTRs, and he just said to me, he goes, no, these parts are built so well, you're not going to have any issues. So that's great. But yeah, so we'll let this dry now, and then we'll come back to it once it's done, and I can put the first coat of paint on and show you guys obviously the process from there. Also with that, I'm going to be blocking up these holes here. I don't want any paint or anything getting in there, and I'm just going to do that by sticking either some newspaper in there or a rag, I don't know, but it'll be something in there. As you guys can see there, I've got some parts here. Smart said it's pretty gross at the moment, but I've got a front guard here, and this probably leads me to a video I want to show you guys about parts. So a front left-hand guard for a R34 Skyline, look, you can pay up to $500 for them in decent condition. You guys are probably looking at this and going, oh, that's pretty decent condition. I paid $20 for this guard, and the reason I paid $20 for this guard is, I don't know how well you can see that, but someone has written the C word in there, very crudely. Now, obviously guards are things that get damaged from time to time, so it always pays to have spare parts. Spoiler there, the one that we made, Series 1 bumper bar there, and the Altia bumper bar there. I know that you're probably looking at it going, why have you got them stored here like that? That's because my garage is being built at the moment. I'm turning that into my office next door there. So once that's done, I'll be able to move everything around in there, start working on the MR2 a bit more, and basically put all my parts away where they belong, out of the elements. So yeah, that's it, guys. As I said, once we mask everything up, we'll come back to it and we'll go from there. It's a dog's life, isn't it? All right, guys, so I've done the first coat of paint, which was just pretty much lightly dusted. Just found that logo there, which is pretty cool as well. Just noticed that now. So we're gonna let this dry. I'm gonna probably do about 4 coats on it. I don't know how many it needs, probably not 4, but I just feel that the more paint we've got on there, the probably better it is. So look, I'm not gonna videotape me, or I'm not gonna record me doing coats and coats and coats of the paint. What I'll do is I'll do all the coats, and then once that's done, I will show you guys the finished product, and before I polish the badge up, and then after I polish the badge up. So yeah. All right, guys, just quickly, I know we're not at the stage yet where we're polishing up the badges and whatever, and it's not completely finished yet, but I just wanted to show you guys the quality and how good the piping is from the side that obviously points away from the road. It is just like immaculate, and again, amazing welds there, so good at their jobs. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how obviously pristine this looks like. If you didn't actually see any of the dents or anything like that, you would have no idea that this had been used before. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you that because I was really surprised. But we'll wait for it to dry, and then we'll take the badge. We'll start polishing up the badge, sorry. Alright guys, so it's pretty much dry now. Again, there's a few bugs running around on it, so that's annoying. But I've got some metal polish here, and I've just got some quadruple nought steel wool, sorry, and I'm just rubbing it on here and trying to get this obviously as shiny as possible. So what we'll do is I will continue trying to do this, and then once it's done, we'll come back and do like a big, obviously, reveal type deal, and we'll go through the whole thing. Sorry guys, I had to cut the audio for this because the noise was atrocious. I literally you couldn't even hear me speaking on it. It's just so annoying. But it's done now. Obviously, the dents really show when obviously we've cleaned it up and everything like that. But again, I'm not too worried about that. If the dents weren't there, you'd be pretty inclined to say that the part has barely been used. The badge, look, I did my best to get it as shiny as possible. It is shiny, but there's some deep scratches in there. Probably with a bit more shade, you can see a bit better that it does look the business now. If I could have gotten that a bit more shinier and cleaned it up a bit better, I would have. But look, that's what happens. So we'll do a bit of a picture now of before and after, and you guys can tell me what you think. I've reached 130 subs, and that's amazing. I can't thank you guys enough. Everyone who comments and likes, honestly, means the world to me. As I said, I was doing this as a hobby, as a bit of therapy, to try and get my mind, obviously, right and deal with my mental health issues and whatnot. So I appreciate everyone who takes the time to like and comment. It really means a lot to me. Also, guys, leave a comment as to what you want to see me do next, or what you guys want a video on. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm open to suggestions. So let me know, and obviously we can, I'd love to do a video for you guys and do a few requests. Take care, guys. Bye.